This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by lynda.com. Hello, Internet, and welcome back to another episode of Ask the Buffalo, the show where you can ask me, Ashley Esqueda, any question you might have from the wide world of technology. Every Tuesday, we put up a call for questions on technobuffalo.com. You can leave your question in the post comments. Otherwise, you can send them to me anytime on Twitter at technobuffalo or at Ashley Esqueda. Just use the hashtag AskTheBee so I can see it. Usually I answer between 3 and 5 questions every episode, but it's the last episode of the year, so I'm going to count down my top 5 devices of 2013. It wasn't easy to narrow it down this much, but I'll do my best. This is Ask the Buffalo. Before I begin, I should mention that each of these items are kind of my favorite devices in their respective categories. So without further ado, number 5 on my list is the Pebble smartwatch. It's still the all-time record holder on Kickstarter for most funding raised, over $10.2 million. And there's a reason it's so popular. I have found my Pebble to be a really nice complement to my smartphone. It's not a replacement device, but it is really nice to have a watch on hand. So you're not constantly pulling out your phone at dinner to see who's just emailed you or texted. And I personally use Pebble to decide if I need or want to respond to whatever notification is incoming, as opposed to dedicating time to every single piece of spam that comes through my inbox. That's a really big deal for me, and that alone, not to mention Pebble's really nice, subtle, elegant design, makes it a huge win in my book. Next up, the Moto X. This was actually my smartphone of the year, and as I explained in the article that we wrote, it must seem really weird to see me pick that phone since I love the HTC One and I use the iPhone 5S as my daily driver, but there's a reason for this particular choice. I think it's brilliant Motorola chose to focus on personal experience and style with the Moto X. It's more than capable of handling most people's day-to-day needs, and Moto Maker is friggin' awesome for customization. And at this point in my life, I'm more interested in how my phone can cater to my personal needs as opposed to how crazy they can make the specs. I don't need gimmicks, I just need results. And the Moto X really showed what personalization of phones could lead to in the future. And now something a little bit different, the Nest Protect. I'm recently a new homeowner for the first time, and for whatever reason, it brings out all the paranoia. I'm super convinced that my built-in 1955 house is going to go up in flames anytime I'm away from it, or that I'll be murdered by the wall heater emitting carbon monoxide while I sleep. So that's why I am really glad the Nest Protect showed up when it did. Now, I can sleep pretty soundly knowing the Protect will keep its sensors peeled for dangers. And I know that a lot of sensors that are a lot cheaper can do the same thing, but my husband and I like to cook, and sometimes it gets a little smoky inside. I know a lot of people get annoyed at their smoke detectors for being way too overly sensitive, and they take out the batteries, but then forget to put them back in, because we've all been there. Now I just wave at the Nest Protect to tell it there's no fire, and I've just simply overheated my saute pan. Up next, the iPad mini with Retina. I didn't actually upgrade my iPad last year because I was interested in the mini, but I didn't want a non-Retina screen, and I also didn't really want an iPad 4th gen since I felt like that 9.7-inch form factor was kind of bulky for me. And I'm really glad I waited a generation because I am super enjoying the iPad mini with Retina. I ended up getting a cellular version, which I've never wanted to do before because it's so portable. I should mention here that the Nexus 7 is also an excellent alternative choice for a smaller tablet if you love Android, and cheaper too. But because I spend a lot of personal time in the iOS ecosystem, an iPad mini made sense for me. Now I can take it around town without needing a second bag, and well, that's something money can't buy, or I guess it can. Last but certainly not least, the Chromecast. This was a pleasant surprise for everybody when it dropped in the summer. $35 to be able to stream media to your TV from your Android phone or tablet. Yes, please. This is a gift I have given to so many of my Android using friends and family members. My dad loves using it so much, he actually sought out by himself the Nexus 5 on the Play Store, which is a really big deal for him. You can't beat the price tag. The app support continues to expand, and it's a really great solution for anybody who doesn't have a smart TV or other solutions for content streaming. Nexus Q, who? Chromecast is where it's at, and its success makes me really excited about the future of devices like this from the competition, and not to mention Google itself, obviously. I gotta take 1 second to thank our friends and sponsors at lynda.com. You can learn it at lynda.com. It's an online learning company with more than 77,000 video tutorials that teach things like software, creative, and business. Membership starts at just $25 a month, and you get 24/7 access to high-quality video courses taught by expert instructors with real-world, actual experience. Videos range from bite-sized tutorials all the way to huge, comprehensive courses in subjects like web design, programming, photography, business, animation, and more. We have a special offer for you guys if you want to check out lynda.com. Techno Buffalo fans get a free 7-day trial by visiting lynda.com/technobuffalo. Well, they add new courses every week, so it's always a great time to start. That's lynda.com/technobuffalo. That's it for this week's Ask the Buffalo. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the show a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. And if you're curious about what favorite phones, devices, and tablets my coworkers picked out as their favorites this year, check out the links below, or you can just head over to technobuffalo.com. Until next week, I'm Ashley Esqueda. See you guys next year.
What's up, everyone? It's Ashley. Thanks so much for watching that most recent video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the word subscribe right underneath me to get tons more tech videos from us here at Techno Buffalo. We have got unboxings, comparisons, reviews, recaps, and everything else you can think of here on the channel. If you're in the mood for more technology, just click right over here to check out some of our most recent videos. See you next time, humans.